5 lies I believed about wavy curly hair. Let's go. Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're brand new here, hi, my name's Courtney, and back in 2018, I discovered this thing called the curly girl method. Yes, I was hooked. I had a coworker come into work one day with glorious, luxurious curls, and I innocently asked her, "What curling iron did you use?" Because, it was perfect. She laughed and said, "Oh no, I am just using the curly girl method to style my hair." She had a perfect blowout and then came into work one day with perfect ringlets. So I jumped off the deep end into the world of wavy curly hair research, and here we are. How many years later? 5? 5 years later, I have learned a whole lot. I've had a whole lot of fun hanging out with you guys here on the internet, playing around with all the wavy curly hair experiments. And today, I'm going to tell you 5 lies I believed about wavy curly hair that took me a while to figure out weren't actually true. The first lie I believed was that you have to know your curl type. Yes, this thing, this curl chart. Knowing your letter, number, category determines your entire existence as a wavy curly haired person. Turns out that that's a big lie, and it's actually really unhelpful. Sadly, this person who created this, trying to be helpful, creating categories for curls, actually wound up really messing me up for a long time. And I'm not the only one. It's happened to many people. 1, it is totally 100% normal to have multiple different curl patterns all over your head. For example, this front section on my head is quite stretched out and loose, but oh, look over here, tighter curls. And in the back of my head, I have straight up spirals. I have a head full of curls that are all weird and different, but they still are curls. Another thing that happens with people who discover the curl type chart know that their hair is damaged, and the healthier it gets, the tighter their curl pattern will be. So I have seen more people take a look at the curl chart and say, I am a 2A right now, but I think I will get to 3B. It becomes this contest to see how tight you can get your curls, and that is not the point, because you cannot create curls where there aren't any, and the curl chart just gives you something bad to focus on. You're focusing on the tightness of your curls instead of the health of your hair. So you do not need to know your curl type to care for your wavy curly hair. Gasp, I said it. The second lie I believed is that you have to follow the curly girl method rules to a perfect T, otherwise you're doing it wrong and damaging your hair. Turns out there is more than one way to care for hair. And bless her, Lorraine Massey has done so much for the curly hair industry. She made wearing curls cool, but she is quite opinionated about the best way to care for wavy curly hair. Sadly, her exact method and technique did not work for me. Now, she might argue that I didn't do it right if it didn't work for me, because her way works, apparently. Nope. Now, I'm sure that there are people who would argue that I didn't follow her method perfectly, and that's why it didn't work for me, that if I had just done it right, it would have worked. But I tried. I tried following her method to a T. I even bought her products and used her exact products, which were very expensive and made my scalp itch like it was on fire. I was sadly unable to follow the curly girl method. However, just because I'm not following the curly girl method rules to a T doesn't mean that I'm not doing what is actually best for my wavy curly hair. It's figuring out what works for you and what doesn't. Now, if you go from styling your hair straight for the majority of your life and then go to styling it curly, you do have to figure out what works for you and your hair. And that takes some practice, some time, some patience, and some paying attention. If you pay just a little bit of attention to your hair, how it feels, and what's working and what's not, eventually you'll figure out your new hair routine. The majority of us have styled our hair straight for the majority of our lives, and then we discover that we have wavy curly hair and it's a whole lot of fun, and we start styling it, and it takes a while to figure that out because it took us a while to figure out how to style our hair straight. It's going to take time to figure out how to style your hair curly. Give yourself the grace to have that time to learn. The third lie I believed is that if I do everything perfect, I plop for the exact right number of seconds, if I squish and pulse my products in the exact right way, if I diffuse my hair to 91.2% dry and let it dry in the cast for exactly 4.5 hours and 35 minutes and 52 seconds, and then scrunch out the crunch, that I will have perfect hair. I'm talking no frizz, all the definition, all the volume, and my hair will last for 2 weeks straight without me having to wash it. Yep, I know it seems a little crazy, but I did believe that I could achieve hair perfection. Turns out that every single wavy curly wash day is a little bit different. Even if I did all those things, the dry time, number of scrunches, etc., that I would somehow achieve the exact same results every day is just not true. That's not how wavy curly hair is. You can do your best to have more consistent results, and you will get more consistent over time, but you won't have perfection. Stop shooting for perfection is what I would tell past Courtney who believed this lie. Instead, shoot for the health of your hair, enjoy the process, make it a game, and just embrace the process. It is a process. You don't have to have perfect wash days. Part of the reason I believed that perfection was achievable and that I should do everything I possibly could to achieve that perfection, and that there was only one route to achieve this perfect hair, part of that was due to my fear of what people would think of how I looked, because it is very different to wear your hair like all wild and wavy curly. You give up a lot of control over the outcome of your hair when you start this process. Realizing that that's part of it, that you do have to relinquish this control over every strand of your hair, is scary and freeing. So that is part of this process. Don't believe the lie that if you do everything perfect, your hair will be perfect. Not so, sadly. The fourth lie I believed is that I just had to find the right product for my hair, and that would solve all of my wavy curly hair problems. And what did that lead to? Well, that led to my linen closet in my bathroom being completely full of hair care products. Turns out that there is not any one product out there that will solve all of my wavy curly hair problems. I had a friend tell me this once, and it is so true. The outcome of a wavy curly wash day is the combination of 3 factors. 1, the products you pick. Yes, that is 1/3 of the outcome. 2, your application. How you apply the products to your hair, the amount that you use, etc. How you dry your hair is 1/3 the outcome. And the last part is your haircut. If your haircut's not the right shape for your curl pattern, that can strongly affect how your wash days turn out. You can have a 2/3 good wash day, but if your haircut's like not suited for you, then that's that. You're only gonna ever have a 2/3 good wash day. It is not just about the products. Instead of focusing so much on the products that you buy, focus on application and haircut, and then look into products. They are important, but they are not the end-all be-all. I can say this from experience. When you find a product that you really, really like, the company then instantly changes the formula on you every single time. A perfect example is the Aussie Instant Freeze Gel. I loved that gel, and then they changed the formula. Another product that I really love the formula of was the Suave Daily Clarifying Shampoo. It was perfect for clarifying my hair. And then they changed the formula and said they were gonna change it back, but then they never did. So here we are. The last lie I believe when I started wearing my hair wavy curly is that it would be easier, less work than wearing my hair straight. Yeah, I know, it sounds great, right? Like you just wash your hair with some conditioner and scrunch in some gel and like walk out the door, right? It's like gonna air dry and be all huge and beachy and wonderful, and you're just gonna look like a ringlety goddess. No, that is not the case for everyone. There are some humans that are blessed that way, that are that lucky. But for me personally, it is actually a whole lot more work wearing my hair wavy curly than it is wearing it straight. But here's the caveat. My hair is so much healthier than it was 4 or 5 years ago. I can't math. I am not mathing well right now. I can't believe it's been almost 5 years. I've had 4 years like stuck in my head for so long. My hair is so much healthier, and because of that, I got to grow my hair out quite long last year and cut it off and donate it to children with hair loss, which was one of the funnest things I've ever done. And I am so grateful that this wearing of my waves and curls has increased the health of my hair to the point that I could do something like that, but it is absolutely not easier. However, it is 100% worth it for the health of your hair. And there's another little secret that I have saved here for the end of the video. Embracing my wavy curly hair has unlocked this deep, deep self-acceptance that I've never known before. I have always just been one of those people who's incredibly self-conscious. And it's possible that the older I'm getting, the more I just don't care. But I don't think that's entirely it. I think a big piece of embracing my waves and curls has unlocked this deep, deep self-acceptance that how I am is okay. Not only is it okay, it's something good and wonderful that needs to be nourished and nurtured and embraced. And taking care of my hair, really being careful about how I condition it and scrunch it and dry it and protect it while I sleep at night. Really caring for this has allowed me to really care for myself and to know that I am made with a purpose, that how I am made is not a mistake, that it's good and it's worth taking really good care of. I know that seems crazy and weird, but that's what happened to me. And again, I don't think I'm the only one. I've heard this same story from a ton of people who have embraced their waves and curls. So there you go, guys. That is it for this video. Those are the 5 things that I believed about wavy curly hair that were not true. And this is where it gets fun. Comment down below a lie you believed about wavy curly hair. Let's talk in the comments. Let's have a really good conversation, because there are way more misconceptions about wavy curly hair that I did not get to in this video, but it is important to talk about them so that we can share in each other's struggles, lift each other up, and encourage each other. As always, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to you in the next video. So make sure you're subscribed and ring the notification bell so we can hang out some more later. All right, bye.